Hey, it's Nicole with the Level Up Grow Show, and I'm here to bring you a quick tip today about watering. Watering is one of the hardest things to master as a grower. And one of the things you need to understand about watering is when you're using a salt-based nutrient line, like Athena, you have to water until runoff. What does that mean? Well, today I'm going to show you. So come with me while I water my garden. So my nutrients are mixed and ready to go. I know that my plants are ready to eat. I can tell by the posture of them, but I also have gone through and lifted each pot to see if it's ready. And they're ready. They're at full dry back. They are thirsty, hungry, ready to go. So let's get started. So it's important to prime each of your plants. And what I mean by priming them means giving them a little bit of water to get started, not flushing them completely through first. So I'm going to give each of the 5 plants a little bit of water to wake them up and get their roots ready to drink. Okay, now that the plants have all been primed and the roots are awake and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and give these guys their full watering. On these plants, these are fully grown plants. These are in week 4, almost week 5 of flower. They are thirsty. So I need to water until runoff. That means I want to water these plants until water is coming out the bottom. That's what these trays are for. It's going to collect my water down there. And a good rule of thumb is a 10% runoff. What does that mean? It means if I'm giving a gallon of water, I want 10% of that gallon to come out the bottom. So kind of hard to eyeball as you're first doing it, but as you get some experience, you'll know. And I'll show you today what a 10% runoff looks like on a 5-gallon pot. What I'm going to do is I water each plant in cycles so that if you water one plant too much at one time, it can just run down the sides. So it's important to give the plants a chance to drink that water up. So I move on to the next one and then I'll come back around. It takes me about 3 rounds with these particular plants until they're ready to start giving me some runoff. And then I know they're getting ready to be finished. As you can see, each of these saucers is about half full. That's going to be about 10% runoff for a 5-gallon pot. And you can see that everything's still dripping out. It's still coming out. You can see that calcium buildup from the salts that are coming out. That's why it's so important to push these salts out. Don't let the salts build up in your pot, because the salts will build up in there and you'll get an unbalanced soil medium. So it's important to push those old salts out, let those new salts come in. And you do that by getting a 10% runoff. So what am I going to do with this water now that I pushed it through my plants and I have all of this extra water sitting in my tent? Well, you could pick your plants up and take the bottoms out and dump them. But I'm going to use my handy dandy shop vac. So that's all there is to it. That's how you get a 10% runoff and keep your plants looking healthy and ready to go. It's important that you don't get that salt building up in your plant, so you're pushing that runoff. It's important that you're letting your plants have a complete dry back until you water them again. And it's important that you get that old water out of there, however that may be. Today I'm using a shop vac. And you follow those simple steps and you will be an expert waterer for your garden too. Stay tuned for the next tip. Peace.